Hi guys, hello and welcome. This is my Monte Carlo Masters of 1000 preview 2022. I hope you guys have come to the right place, but that's what I'm doing now. I'll be previewing the 2022 Monte Carlo Masters of 1000. So let's get into the video. I'll pull up the draw and go through it round by round for you. Hope you guys are great. Consider subscribing to this channel. You're going to love it. I preview before tournaments, semi-finals, finals, do reviews after matches, talk about the GOAT debate and so much more. But let's get into Monte Carlo for now. So guys, Djokovic is playing as the number one seed. He's going to play Fagitovic Fakina. I think he'll win that in straight sets. Just get him in rallies, move him around, take out his movement, consistency, defense, all these things. Then he's going to get Goffin in the next round, right? I just think he's going to beat David Goffin. Guys, yeah, he'll beat Goffin, and should be straight sets. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, straight sets for Djokovic. He'll just get him in rallies, get back his serve, move him around, expose his lack of defense, then force Goffin after being sick of being out rallied, have to go for too much power, too close to the line, and then make a whole bunch of errors and trying to hit through a slow clay court and great defense and speed by Djokovic. He's going to have to hit the ball too hard, too close to the line, make errors. If not, Djokovic is going to move him around, out rally him. So straight sets for Djokovic there. Then, you got Alcaraz is going to get Sebastian Korda. He'll out rally him. Then he's going to get Fritz or Cilic on a clay court. He's going to get back the balls, force them into rallies, and just hammer his forehand, take out their movement, beat him with power, consistency, defense, while they won't be able to hang in the rallies. They'll make too many errors, trying to get through Alcaraz defense in a very slow clay court. They won't be able to hang in rallies long enough, so Alcaraz will win that, right? Then you're going to have a Djokovic versus Alcaraz quarterfinal, right? For this match, I'm really going to say 3 sets to Carlos Alcaraz for a couple of reasons, guys. One, they've both got great defense and consistency in the rally, but Alcaraz at 18 years of age is a bit faster than Djokovic. So considering they're matching each other on defense and consistency, although Alcaraz is a little bit better. Although Alcaraz is a bit better for speed-wise. But then when it comes to both of them being in a position, a great defender who's very fast and can run down a lot of balls, they're both facing a defender like that. And you've got to hit it through a slow clay court. You've got to generate pace to hit the ball through a very slow clay court, right? And also through a great defender. So these guys are fast. They can run everything down on a fast court. But now it's a slow court. They've got even more time to get to balls. Very hard to finish the point, right? Very hard. But what I would say is you need a lot of power if you want to hit the ball through if you want to hit the ball through a very slow clay court, but you want to generate enough power to get it through that slow clay court and then past a defender who's very fast. And with that extra time on the slow clay court, they're going to run down everything. So if you want to get the ball through that slow clay court and through a very fast defender who's running down everything, you've got to generate a lot of power. Alcaraz on his forehand, especially, but also on his backhand, has that power to hit through a slow clay court and then hit through a fast defender behind that slow clay court. So to get through that slow clay court with pace, to get through a defender like Djokovic, Alcaraz has that power. Whereas Djokovic, to be able to generate power to get through that slow clay court and then still have enough power to get through a defender like Alcaraz, that finishing shot, that big forehand, I don't think Djokovic has it. And then also Alcaraz has won Rio de Janeiro, almost beat Nadal, would have won Indian Wells, won Miami. A lot of that's on hard court. He's now on his best surface clay. He'll be even better than he was there. Whereas Djokovic, his third match back on the tour, like 4 months really out of the game where he played 3 months. And then his third match after 4 months out of the game, and then trying to do it on his worst surface, he won't be able to get his absolute best level by his third match back after 4 months off, especially when he's trying to get back his level on his worst surface. And then with Alcaraz already peaking at his best level on hard court, now being better on clay, I say 3 sets to Carlos Alcaraz. And the main thing is both have great defense, consistency. They're both good at rallying. But now, once you've got a defender that's great and very fast on the court, slow, to generate power to get through that slow court and pass the defender who's very good and very fast. Alcaraz has that kind of power. Djokovic doesn't. That's why he wins, and he's confident and playing well. So Alcaraz is going to win that. He'll move through to the semi-final. He'll play Casper Ruud. That'll be a rematch of the Miami Masters 1000 final. He won it there. They both preferred it. They both played a good match. Alcaraz was better. They both prefer to play on clay, so both Casper Ruud will be much better this time because he'll be on clay where he prefers to play instead of the Miami hard courts. So Casper Ruud will be better, but Alcaraz, who won the match, will also be better because he prefers clay. I think because they'll both be at a high level because they'll both be on their best surface. Casper Ruud will be able to win a set here. But still, Alcaraz beating him in straight sets, being even better here on clay, and then Rudd being even better. The fact that when they were on hard courts, Alcaraz was already better, and then they both improved. But with them both at their best level, I'm going to say that it's a bit closer because of that. But still, Alcaraz is at a better level, and they both improve about the same. But they're both at their best, I'm going to say long rallies, same thing, forehand to finish off rallies. The main difference is they both have great defense, consistency, shot tolerance, a huge forehand to get through this slow clay court. But Alcaraz can also generate power to get through a slow clay court and great defense off the backhand side. Whereas Rudd can only do it on the forehand side. And that's the advantage I'm giving for Alcaraz. So 3 sets to Alcaraz. He moves through to the final. Let's look at the other side of the draw, okay, guys? Zverev is going to beat Debonis. He'll just move him around, overpower him, consistency, all that. Then he'll beat Pablo Carreno Busta. Again, bigger serve. He'll boss. He'll stand in the middle. He'll boss the rallies. He'll overpower Pablo Carreno Busta. Straight sets there. And then in the quarterfinals, he'll play Rublev. Now, this could be a very tough match because Rublev is very good on clay. It's just going to come down to who's better on the day. Rublev likes to get involved in long rallies and hit 4 or 5 powerful shots. He won't be able to take his rhythm away and stop him getting on these rallies on a clay court. You also won't be able to stop him having time to sort of set up and to generate those powerful shots. And given that Zverev is not that good, it could go either way. But I think just the fact that Rublev will get in these rallies, he'll have time up on his power. He'll be in these long rallies where he's hammering 4 or 5 powerful shots, having time to set up, moving Zverev around, exposing his lack of movement. Also, because it's a slow clay court, he'll be able to get back Zverev's serve and again force him into rallies. Again, the 4, 5, 6 powerful shots, time to set up. Zverev's not playing well. I'm going to say 3 sets to Rublev. So Rublev will be into the semi-finals. Now for Tsitsipas as part of the draw. He'll beat Fognini in straight sets, overpower him with the forehand. Then he'll beat Sonigo. And then the quarterfinals, Aliassime, not very good on clay. Tsitsipas will have the time to set up, to hit the big forehand, and the power to hit through a slow clay court and through Aliassime. Aliassime doesn't have the shot tolerance, depends on the serve, the power game, shortening points. but on clay he won't get that thing going on. He'll have to be patient. He'll have to take time to build a point and to wait for the right shot. But that's not his game. So he's going to go for too much power, too close to the line, make errors, and then Tsitsipas is just going to move him around with the forehand, consistently be able to hammer the forehand through the slow clay court and boss Aliassime around. So then we get through for a Tsitsipas Rublev semi-final. I'm going to say Stefanos Tsitsipas. He beat him in the Monte Carlo final last year. He's going to beat him in the Monte Carlo semi-finals this year. The thing is, Tsitsipas does have that huge power on a slow clay court where he has time to set up and hammer the forehand. He can generate enough pace through this slow court because he has time to set up and hammering the forehand and generate a lot of pace, and that's going to shorten the points. It's going to take Rublev's time away. Rublev won't have time like he did last year to set up and hammer his 4, 5, 7 shots. He won't be able to get in a rally long enough to get rhythm and hit 5, 6, 7 shots. So he'll lose rhythm and he'll be short on time, and he also won't have time to set up and hit powerful shots and get rhythm and get in those long rails. He'll be rushed because Tsitsipas will have the time to set up in his forehand, will generate a lot of pace through the clay court, will shorten the points, will take Rublev's rhythm, and will say Rublev won't have enough time to set up and hit powerful shots on rally shots, and won't have enough time to sort of get in the long rallies to get rhythm. He'll always be in short points. The points will be ending, they'll be over, and he won't have time to set up on his powerful shots because of Tsitsipas. Huge forehand, having time to set up on a slow court, generating enough power through this slow clay court to rush Rublev, stop him getting the long rallies. But I think it'll be 3 sets to Tsitsipas. So then we're going to have Stefanos Tsitsipas against Carlos Alcaraz in this final here in Monte Carlo, right? And I just think Tsitsipas is playing, but the way Alcaraz is on fire, the way he's already won a Masters 1000, the way he's going to be even better on a clay court, they both have the way that Alcaraz is 2-0 head to head against Tsitsipas. They're both going to have huge power to get to hammer the ball, to have time to set up on their forehand, to hammer the forehand, and to get the ball with generate a lot of pace and get through the slow clay court. However, Alcaraz can generate that power on forehand and backhand, and when Tsitsipas runs around, hit forehands, leaves the court open, Alcaraz is going to get him with the backhand down the line there, and he's going to be generating power through this clay court on forehand and backhand, whereas Tsitsipas is going to have to keep running around, leaving the court open, leaving the backhand down the line open. And just the fact that he's so dependent on one shot, the forehand, whereas Alcaraz is just going to be able to hammer it forehand and backhand, stay in the middle of the court, whereas Tsitsipas is constantly running around the backhand, exposing himself, leaving the court open. It's okay normally, but the thing is, Alcaraz will generate just as much power off the forehand and then way out power Tsitsipas on backhand to backhand. When Tsitsipas runs around the backhand in forehand, again, the court's open, backhand down the line, Alcaraz capitalizes. And then another thing about clay courts is, right, hitting through a slow clay court is hard enough, but when your defender is really fast and a really great defender, then it's very hard to get it through a very slow court to generate enough pace to get through a defender that's very fast. Alcaraz is much better of a defender and much faster. So to get it through this slow clay court and through Alcaraz is going to be much harder than to get it through the slow clay court as Tsitsipas. It's not as fast. So he's got an advantage on the defense, and he's got an advantage that he can generate power through this slow clay court to end points of forehand and backhand sides, right? When Tsitsipas runs around his forehand, he can hit the backhand down the line and get through the open court, to get through the court that way, right? And then he can stay in the middle himself, right? He can get in backhand to backhand rallies and overpower Tsitsipas on his backhand. And then the one place Tsitsipas is strong, the forehand, to have time to set up and get through the slow court, Alcaraz can do that. So I think Alcaraz matches him on the forehand. is a lot faster than him on defense, so it's harder to get through the slow clay court and his great defense. So he beats him there. He beats him to be able to be a better backhand, win the backhand to backhand rallies when Tsitsipas runs around, hits the forehand, open court backhand down the line. But because Tsitsipas is so great on clay, he's going to get more time to set up and hammer those forehands. He's going to be better than he was against Alcaraz on hard court, but still, for the reasons I mentioned, the better defense and the backhand, Alcaraz is winning this match in 3 sets. So Carlos Alcaraz will be your 2022 Monte Carlo Masters 1000 champion. That's my prediction. That's my video for today. I'm going to preview the semi-final and the final, which will be held on Saturday and Sunday. So come back here, guys, Friday, Saturday, depending on where you are in the world. I'll preview the Monte Carlo Masters 1000 semi-final. I'll know exactly who's in the matches. I'll have up-to-date knowledge about how everyone's playing in the lead up to that semi-final. And I will preview the semi-finals of Monte Carlo for you guys Friday, Saturday. Be back here for that video. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world. And please subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up, and just come back here for Friday, Saturday for my semi-final preview of the Monte Carlo Masters 1000. That's my video for today. Bye for now. Thanks for being with me, guys. See you guys at the end of the week. Bye for now.